5 quick ways or principles, if you will, to stay consistent this year. I know consistency is something that we all think about a lot. I think about it a lot and I practice it a lot. It's something that takes practice. And for me, consistency is always more of a skill than anything else. We become better at it and we also get worse at it if we do not practice it. So here are 5 ways to stay consistent. As I mentioned, these are more principles instead of ways or hacks or tricks or tips or tools, if you will. So number 1 is accountability. And that goes without saying. We need accountability and we need internal and external accountability. External accountability is obviously easier. We have a coach, we have a mentor, we have someone that we can trust on that comes for a run with us. We go to the gym with another person. We have a team that shows up with us. Those are the ways that we can stay accountable externally. Obviously, also we can have deadlines that can keep us accountable, that work for some. Now, internal accountability is a trickier, but that is a lot more powerful and a lot more consistent way of staying consistent, because in the end of the day, the external accountability, it's not always there. The coach is not always there. Your friend is not always there. The team is not always there. So internally, you have to be able to show up each and every day, whatever the frequency of your consistency that you want to set up for. So internal, how you show up. Are you going to do what you're saying you're going to do? Those are some extremely important questions that we have to fight the right and truthful, raw, honest answers every single day. So the battle is you against you. We have to win the battle against our mind mostly to be able to stay internally accountable for ourselves. So those are the first things I would say. Internal and external accountability is a number 1 priority to stay consistent. The second way, and this is starting to be a little bit of a deeper one, is, and this is also a 2-part, actually the second and the third are also connected, which are your identity and your external lifestyle that you want to live. So I'll start from the internal one, which is your identity. Who do you want to become? You might have heard that question to be asked before, but who is the person that you want to become sets you up for consistent actions and consistent habits when you attach a meaning to that person who you want to become. For example, and James Clear talks a lot about that idea of identity-based habits in his Atomic Habits bestseller book. But when you figure out the person you want to become, for example, instead of losing weight, you want to become a healthy person. Instead of running a marathon, you want to become a runner. That is an identity-based goal. That is an identity-based habit. It also releases some of the pressure from that outcome and puts it back into the process of who you want to become. Is more of a process of you transforming your identity and becoming a different person and different personality, if you will. My favorite in this context is the external lifestyle that we want to live. So again, instead of making it about the outcome, about the goal, make it about a lifestyle that you want to live. And this is something that I'm a big fan of. This is something that my TEDx talked about, why lifestyle matters more than happiness. But when we start changing the outcome focus to a process focused, we almost automatically also start to transform our external habits into the fact that what is the lifestyle that we want to live in order for those outcomes to then be byproducts of our actions. So make it about a lifestyle instead of an outcome. Make it about an identity instead of the goals. Are also connected together, and one is internal, one is external. So the first one, internal, is your sense of responsibility. If and when we want to stay consistent with our actions and with our habits and our pursuit towards our goals, let's attach a sense of responsibility to those goals and to those habits and those actions. Sense of responsibility to me is a supercharger for consistency. If you really want to show up every day, attach a meaning and responsibility why it is that you want to show up. For me, for example, personally, I have a responsibility to serve the best of my ability to the clients and to the prospects and to the people that I come in contact every single day. So a responsibility of the results, for example, allows me to stay consistent and showing up a lot better. The external one is a sense of purpose. And I like to talk a lot about purpose. But in this context is, I always like to say that the goals that we get from the world there for us, but our purpose is to give. Our purpose is to contribute and help others. And when you have trouble of staying consistent, look for a sense of meaning, look for a sense of purpose with your goals and with your actions, which obviously connects directly to that sense of internal responsibility. So last 2, 4, and 5 are sense of responsibility and a meaning and purpose. Hopefully these 5 principles truly help you to stay consistent. And I will look forward to maybe following your comments below this video as well. Have a fantastic day.